Please excuse the bad audio quality, I'm recording on my phone. Hello, I'm Benji. I started this YouTube channel about 5 years ago, which meant I would have been 10 years old. Somehow, I was trusted with my first phone at that age. Shortly before I obtained my phone, my older cousin introduced me to something called gacha life. I was addicted. Once my mother bought me my first phone, I was excited to become a gacha tuber. The mere concept of being able to create characters and put them in a scene to tell their stories without a single bit of drawing it was miraculous. On October 23rd, 2019, I posted my first video ever. It was titled, Ripoff of Powerpuff Girls. Trust me, the name will make sense once you see their absolutely horrendous designs. It was about 3 girls that were based off of me and 2 of my cousins. To retain their identities, I will only refer to the characters as the first letter of their name if they were based off of a real person. God, I suck at writing scripts. Anyway, which is going to happen a lot. The 3 sisters were me, A, and L. I'm not going to drop the real name for my character as it's my dead name, so we'll just refer to her as Benji, my name, for now. The video had 139 views before I set it as private. At the time of posting, I thought it was a masterpiece. It was so fun to create that. I wanted to turn it into a long-lasting series. I could already envision it. Thousands of subscribers, hundreds of adoring fans. I never had a set upload schedule. It was mostly all over the place. I would upload every once in a while, only for the video to barely even get 10 views. At the time, I didn't know why I would barely get views, but now, God, do I understand why! The train wreck of a series lasted for over 30 episodes, and absolutely none of it makes sense. Every few episodes, the character designs would change with no explanation why. There were several times where a concept appeared that would seem to be important to the plot of the series, but it practically vaporizes in the next episode, and the appearance would never be explained. Some episodes were basically nothing. They were so short that I wouldn't even call them episodes. They were more like short films made by someone with no storytelling skills or the character design skills whatsoever. Okay, I'll stop yapping about my life story now. As the title suggests, I am going to redesign the entirety of my first series that I had uploaded to YouTube. Every single character, the lore, and give it a story that makes sense so you can actually watch it for longer than 3 seconds without getting confused or cringing so badly that your eyes fucking explode. Ah, what the fuck? Ah! But before I go to designing the main 4 characters, it's probably best to try and summarize the whole series before I continue on. If you wish to skip straight to the character design process, you can go to the timestamp currently on screen. Since the overall story makes literally no sense, I will summarize the episodes one by one, which is most likely going to take a while. Be prepared. Might as well grab some popcorn or something. I don't know. We get no character introduction and no storyline set, but instead get greeted by M and the loud sound of crab rave on repeat, blasting into our ears. Sometimes it cuts out, sometimes it comes back. There's a solid 3 minutes where it disappears and then reappears. It is ear melting. Then we get thrown straight into the episode. We get our first look of the main 3. Benji mentions something that isn't important and a new student walks into the room, then instantly gets abused by M. Oh, and look at that. M's design changed not even 12 seconds into the video. Then Benji gets mad, turns evil, and beats up M. This is already really unhinged, but I think it's a good start. Benji passed out, then it cuts to scientist. My bad, I mean synth-tist. That randomly appeared, and someone named Roger. Roger is the girl's dad. The scientist claims that once she wakes up, she won't be able to speak. But that aspect gets completely ignored, and he doesn't explain why she isn't able to speak. Then it cuts to everyone asleep in their beds. We get our first look at another sister, Betty, who contributed absolutely nothing to the story and serves to be a spoiled brat. We get to meet Wendy, the mother, and the girls go to school. Nothing happens for a solid minute before they go back home, and Roger just so happens to find his wife cheating on him with someone named Dave. Dave, for God's sake! They get a divorce seconds later, then right afterward, Dave proposes to Wendy even though they probably met on Tinder just a few minutes ago. A wedding happens, they have some crazy ass dream that their father's dead. We meet some girl we never see again. Halloween then happens and they go out trick-or-treating before the 3 girls get teleported to space and meet Queen and King Galaxy, who claim to be their real parents. What the hell? By the way, they never explain who King or Queen Galaxy is, so we're just gonna have to deal with it and accept that they're the real parents, even though we literally don't know who they are, and they're probably just people who kidnapped random children that might not even be their real children. Episode 2. Did I really write twinks? Anyways, the twinks confront the mother. She doesn't admit she kidnapped them or anything like that, but instead she just cries. They get cleaned up to become princesses, and instead of living in the cool-ass castle they have in space, they decide to go to their lame-ass house on Earth. The new girl from earlier is apparently their new sister. Queen and King Galaxy also have another child named Celeste, and she turns out to be bad. Never mentioned again, by the way. Episode 3. I'm sorry if I'm speaking really fast, but I want to get through this as fast as possible. Anyways, we meet M yet again, but this time her design changed for the 3rd time, and she's a teacher slave. I then took her home randomly because I felt bad for her. There are now 6 fucking kids in that house. Celeste gets bullied, and not much happens after that. Yeah, I really meant it when I said these episodes were full of a whole lot of nothing. Episode 4. A wakes up to see her hair had grown partially black and seems rather terrified of it. This, of course, gets forgotten about and never explained. Not much else happens besides D being introduced, and he made out with a bunch of girls. By the way, D was based off of a real friend at the time. Also, I fucking hate D, like, ew.
Why do the stairs?
Episode 5. Dan DDM makes an appearance and he becomes the principal of the school because apparently the last one got murdered in an episode that never got released. D, that got introduced earlier, has a demon side apparently and almost drowned. Of course, his demon side never got mentioned again or explained again. This will be a common occurrence. Episode 7. Finally, something interesting. We get a sneak peek of someone who has a slave named 371 in some kind of lab setting. Some kind of race happens at the school. Of course, it's me and D who win the race. I get kidnapped by the mentioned 371. Of course, this never gets dove into, and it gets forgotten about the next episode. Everyone's design has changed yet again. Episode 8. I escape the lab thing and some witch lady follows me home, but she never got mentioned again, nor did we know who she was. She just kind of was there, followed me, and then vaporized. At the end of the episode, I apparently got beaten up. Yeah, you could see who's really the favorite character here. My favorite character. It was me. A and L practically gotten forgotten about at this point. They just appeared every once in a while. Episode 9. This one's a roller coaster because the beginning it says that I lost who knows how many screenshots. So the episode started earlier than it was supposed to be. According to the disclaimer at the beginning, I have a secret twin and M got sacrificed to become Princess Comet by Princess Moon and some sun lady. They never get mentioned again, but Princess Moon does show up in a later episode as a spoiled brat. I still have no fucking clue what was going through my head at the time. Episode 10. M escapes from being Princess Comet and everyone graduates. We get a first look at Ace. He's going to become my future boyfriend, but he's not gonna last for that long, so don't get attached to him. Episode 11. Ace and Benji have a child named Charlotte. She grows up, then proceeds to get bullied on her first day of school. Guess what? Everyone's design changes again. What is this? Like the 4th time? The 3rd time? It's probably like the 15th time. I don't fucking know. I'm already done with watching all these videos and how. Episode 12. They visit Ace's mom, who's the Queen of Heaven. Interesting. Sounds like something that's gonna happen with like a Saints Gacha Life music video or a Dynasty Gacha Life music video. No, nothing happens. Long story short, she gets arrested and a boy named Rex is born. Parentheses, ew. Yeah, Rex was disgusting. He had like the worst design and his design changed, of course, later. Because I couldn't keep a single fucking design. Episode 13. Ace and Benji get crowned as the new rulers of heaven. Then Ace's mom escapes and Charlotte goes fucking demon crazy mode or whatever the hell happened. She also gets kidnapped to hell because since she's a demon, she's not allowed to be anywhere except hell. this never gets mentioned again or was not enforced in earlier episodes because there were demons walking around everywhere. Episode 14, Charlotte gets rescued and Dee's child gets kidnapped in hell. Yeah, he had a child apparently. No fucking clue how, but I'm pretty sure it's with one of the girls that he made out with in, like, episode 3. Ace's mom escapes yet again, so Dee, Benji, and Benji's secret twin that nearly got forgotten about, they all turned gay and fought them off. Quite literally, they're a walking rainbow. Episode 14, number 2, because I decided to name it 14 also. Ace turns out to be a deadbeat dad randomly, and Kana is conceived. Ace also goes to jail. Yeah, my character got, I don't want to say it because YouTube might murder me for it, but yeah, I just casually got SA'd and had a child. What the fuck? Episode 15. Nothing happens besides A and L's design changing yet again, because one of the people they were based off of got mad that it didn't look like the characters they had in their series on their channel that was a completely separate thing. It's a long story. Hunter is probably the best thing that happened in this series until later. He kind of sucks. I love Hunter. Also, Hunter is A's husband eventually. No clue. Both episodes labeled 16 were nothing much. It was just filler because my cousins called me narcissistic for only focusing on my character. The only reason I'm even writing this down is because that Jaden guy that never appears again is hot, just like Hunter. That's when I found out I was gay. Episode 17, I became an emo dragon. Episode 18, Roger and Wendy are back. Episode 20, because there's no 19, because 19 sucks, Wendy gets murdered again. Episode 21, Queen Galaxy is on a rampage apparently, and I kiss Dee. Episode 22, A and Hunter have a child, Wendy isn't dead but gets murdered again, Pokemon exist, I get unconscious, what the hell. Episode 23, why is Bijou, Mike, and Dan TDM there? Episode 24 to 25, Kana becomes a brat and I violently have sex with Dee. I was 10 years old. I was 10 years old. 10 years old. Episode 26, Ace escapes and Dee gets arrested for some reason. Episode 27, me and some random ass child break out Dee as wolves. Episode 34 to 35, I get kidnapped, turned back into a child. I also somehow get known as Poop Girl and my character design changes based on emotion. There's also some point where I became an android, but of course that got forgotten. So was I an android this entire time? But hey, it's just a theory. A game theory! This entire series sucks. Why did I think I was going to get an Oscar? No clue. All this deserves to get is thrown into the trash and set on fire while I dance ass naked around it, chanting some ritual in demonic language to bring Ken Sato to life so me and him can live happily ever after. This character right here, this one right here, the one based on me, was the most Mary Sue character possible. She had several times where she was kidnapped. She had a bajillion kids that were forgotten about. Her design changed every episode. She had abusive parents, some weird-ass love triangle, one weird-as-hell family tree, a shit ton of powers that just didn't make sense. She could shapeshift, she's an android, and can't forget about all the stuff that was forgotten about and never got explained. Hopefully I'll be able to fix all of that with this large redesign project. I am going to redesign every single character, background character or not, and every aspect of the story, while still trying to keep the general direction that I was heading in. Just to warn you, there are going to be so many changes, it might not be recognizable anymore. Just a disclaimer before moving forward to redesigning. These new character designs have lost all ties with the original people they were based off of, so consider them brand new characters that were only made up in my head. Thank you. What am I going to do in these redesigns? I'm going to make the characters in Gacha Life and or Gacha Club, give them a personality and a backstory, along with a drawing I did of them in my own art style. Except I have the worst art block right now, so they might not be the greatest quality art, but who gives a shit? Most of these characters will be posted on my art fight page for you to attack whenever there's another active art fight going on. Continuing on with the redesign, first I think we'll start with the worst of it all, Benji and her twin. Okay, how do I work this thing? Is it this button. Oh wait, no, that's the blender! I decided to change him more to a masculine character since there are an awful lot of feminine characters coming up. His new name is Leon and his twin is Rodney. What's up, bitches? I'm back and I'm not violently sick this time. I wrote out an entire backstory for these two little idiots, but as I think about it, it's really bad, but I'm gonna read it all out loud anyways. I wrote this like a month ago, and I desperately need to get this video done. I'm not even gonna rewrite it. I'm just gonna like, fuck this shit, I'm jerking off. Actually, you know what, who cares? I'm not even gonna think about how they were created. They were just created as a result of like a cheating scandal or some shit, okay? Roger was like, hey, you look hot, Galaxy Lady. And she's like, oh my god, I do? Well, you look hot too. Let's do the devil's tango together and have some child and hope my husband doesn't figure it out. Even though he does figure it out and then gets incredibly mad and let's say he just murders his wife. Yeah, I'm going off script right now. I don't even care at this point. Let's just say Rodney got kidnapped by a demon. Yeah, demon. Artemis, the demon. Rodney got kidnapped by a demon, and Leon was raised in a perfectly normal environment. Like, yeah, because Roger didn't lose that one. Okay, now we're finished with these idiots. I don't want to ever look at them again. I swear to God, I am so done with this designing process. It is so bad. Anyways, we'll move on to Tara and Lorelei. Are they siblings with Leon and Rodney? Who fucking knows? Are they related? I don't even know. Maybe, maybe not. But I know that they're the children of the two galaxy people. And I think I made one of them a rabbit. I wrote out an entire backstory for these two, and I don't even think I like it. So I'm just gonna quickly summarize it without a script because I want to get fucking done with this already. So let's just say they had a sisterly argument. One of them moved to Earth. The other one got angry and murdered their dad. And then the other one was like, oh, Earth is so pretty. I'm going to live here forever. Oh, hey, who are you? I'm Leon. Oh, wow, aren't you related to me somehow? I don't know. Let's become best friends. Yay! And then the angry bitch just, like, got angrier because everyone left her. So then she tried nuking the Earth or whatever. She was angry. That's all I know. Oh my god, I am finally done. Dear God, I don't want to do editing after this. That's just gonna be a problem for future me to deal with. I cannot comprehend editing right now. CapCut sucks. Phones suck. I have like at least 20 minutes of this to edit. I swear to God. And then I'm over here like, oh, why do I turn this into a series and like redesign every single character? Why did I think that was a good idea? Man, I just want to go back to making Nimona gacha edits. Can I do that? Is it too late to do that? I want to keep making Nimona gacha edits instead of this. I hate this.